Virgo, so I am doing your mid-month and your September reading back to back. So you will have the August mid-month and that September reading for you guys to check out. So definitely do that. So guys, I know I said this in the last video, but for those who aren't going to be watching both, again, just letting everybody know that I'm quitting readings. I'm going to leave it up on my website for the end of this month, and this is personal readings. I'll still be on YouTube, so if you guys do want to get a reading, just go ahead and get it. A lot of people are coming to me because they know this is their last chance, so don't even look at the date that you book it on. Honestly guys, I'm just doing this as I go, one by one. I can't overwork myself, and it's just one of me and it's hundreds of you, so definitely keep that in mind. If you do get a reading, please be very patient, and if you see yourself as the type of person who's very anxious, who's going to want to email me every day, maybe I'm not the best person for you. I know that everybody has local shops they can go to and you can sit down with someone right there, but yeah, I'm good at what I do. I'm just really busy at, with doing it, so do keep that in mind. But let's get into what's going on for you guys. So happy birthday. Let's get into your September reading. Let's see what September is going to have in store for you guys. Now guys, so my personal IG, it's High Vibrations 44. I did create a new one as well, so it's High Vibrations Tarot. So I'm gonna keep my personal page and anything astrology and tarot separate, so you guys can check both out. For those of you who love all these witchy astrology, tarot type stuff, definitely check it out. All right. And I'll leave all of this in the description below as well, guys, for the website and for my Instagram. All right, so what is going on? Oh, you know what, guys? I just used this deck for your last reading. I wanted to switch the deck so we can get different energies because I just cleansed this deck, so let me do that. All right, so what is going on for the sign of Virgo? September 2019. And guys, I will be posting because I still owe Leo their bonus readings from their birthday month. But once I get that done, I will be posting in my community section a poll for you guys to choose from for your bonus reading. So I'll put like 5 or 6 options, and then the top 2 will be your bonus readings for September. But yeah, guys, I'm excited because now, once I finish all the personal readings I owe, I will have so much more time for YouTube. So expect to get much more content for your sign. All right, so we have past, present, okay, and future. All right, guys, so the energy that we have here is the 7 of Wands. So since your last reading is fresh in my mind, it definitely resonates with what I read for you. Again, if you guys didn't see it, definitely check it out, your August mid-month. So with the 7 of Wands, this is someone who's really going to stand their ground with something. You can have a lot of crap coming at you, people talking crap, just a lot of tension, but you're standing your ground through that. You have the 9 of Cups behind that. You standing your ground with whatever it is you have to stand your ground with, it brings happiness. The 3 of Pentacles is here. It brings you to a place where you can build, where you can really work on something, where everything works cohesively for you. But most likely it's because of something that you let go of, okay? So you put yourself in a place that's like non-problematic, all right? So let's look at your past. So the first card we have for the past is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Now, with the sword energy, that could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, I really feel like this is just an energy a person's taking on. Now, to keep in mind, guys, that these readings could be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Virgo signs. Okay, and the energy could be transferable, so if it's not your energy, it could be somebody else's. But with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, guys, this is someone who's really bitter. This is someone who's pissed off. This is someone who really at this point, they're being petty. They're adding a lot of fuel to the fire, and I'm not saying that they don't have a reason to be petty, but it's there. Now, with this being an energy, I would just say to be careful, especially if it's coming from you, because this is a person that, even if what they're going through is completely understood and everybody empathizes, this is really somebody who's making it worse for themselves. So it doesn't have to be that bad, but this is someone who's going to be quick to attack in a sense, okay? Why is this Queen of Swords in the reverse here? We have the 2 of Pentacles. That card really kept coming up in the last reading, guys. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. All right, so you're in a place where you're balanced, yes, but there's still something you're trying to juggle. There's still something that you're, really trying to weigh out here. You have the Emperor in the reverse. Okay, so whether this was you or someone else, there's just someone who's not being honest here. And it doesn't always have to be you dealing with another person. This could be you being dishonest to yourself. Are you living your true life? Are you living authentically? If your 5-year-old self saw what you were doing right now, would they be proud or would they be mortified? Okay, so this could be a sense of having to be honest to yourself as well. So the next card that you guys have for the past is the Nine of Swords in the reverse, which is great. So if you're in a place where you're anxious, losing sleep at night, just really worried about something, this is someone that stops worrying. They start sleeping better. Now, for I would say like 5% of cases, this could be someone who's overly anxious. So do keep that in mind. But most of the time, it's somebody whose anxiety is being curbed to the side, okay? All right, we have the Lovers card. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, very interesting combination. So somebody could have been in a place where they really just fucked up over some sort of betrayal, guys. And this doesn't have to be a relationship. Friends can betray us, bosses can betray us, co-workers can betray us, family members can betray us. But there's some sort of betrayal here with someone that was close to you or something that you were, closely tied into. And it's like you don't want to lose sleep over it anymore, okay? With the Temperance card, your soul is actually at ease with this. Very interesting. So your soul is at ease with this 5 of Cups in the reverse. 8 of Cups. Someone is over it. Someone walked away. Okay? We have the Knight of Wands here. So maybe there's a fire sign in your life. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This could also be someone who's just very passionate. Somebody who's going to do something because they're passionate about it, whether it's starting a business, shooting your shot at that cute girl that moved in next door. We know that's a lie. How often do we get lucky enough to have someone so gorgeous next door? But anyways, sticking to the story here. But this could be something that, again, just a very passionate, fiery sort of energy. So let's see why this Knight of Wands is here. We have the 5 of Wands in the reverse. And we have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. So guys, whatever it is that's happening, and I like this. I like this progression. I think it's kind of cool that I did your mid-month and then your monthly right after, because I get to see how the story goes and still have your reading fresh in my mind. So yeah, a lot of the turmoil that you guys felt that you were going through, I do see a very healthy progression here where you're over it. You're not fighting, you're not arguing. And this could be because you choose to fall out of something, or maybe somebody's just not willing to argue with you anymore. Okay, but something is changing in a way where the problems aren't there. So again, it could be just a fiery person or a passionate person that's involved in this, whether it's you, another person, or a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But with all of this, on the other end, I feel like someone's really upset about something too. So maybe if it's like a breakup or a fallout from a job, maybe someone's taking it very well and someone else isn't taking it as well, okay? Or maybe you guys are in a place where maybe you are still a little bit sad, but you're in a place where now you don't have problems anymore, okay? I know that we've all had those really, really difficult breakups where when it's finally over, like when the back and forth is finally over and you just have it, that knowing in your soul, like, damn, this was it. I really know I'm not going to talk to this person again. It's like there can be so much sadness, but at the same time, it's just like, it's done. It's over. I did that. I got through it. So for some of you, it could be something like that as well. I've totally been there, so I get it. So let's talk about your present moment. We have the 4 of Cups. So this could be an offer that's not coming in. Maybe it's something that is just not being accepted. Okay, or maybe this is someone that, even if there's options that they have, whether it be with people that they could date or jobs they could take or what path they could take for their career, whatever it is, it's like this person like, I haven't really seen anything that I like. I haven't seen anything worth, actually grasping and going towards. So why is this 4 of Cups here? We have the 2 of Swords. So that kept coming up a lot in your last reading, guys. And the 2 of Pentacles did too. And we have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. So it's like somebody, they're not moving forward with something, or they're not choosing something or picking something, or they don't see anything that's viable around them because there's some sort of sadness about something that they're still undecided about. So I see that there's definitely a heavy energy that's being placed in the past, but just like we're all normal humans. We don't just get over things from one day to the next. So it could be something where for the most part you're good, but maybe, we all have that night or two where it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, there's no one to call, and then bam, emotions just hit us so heavily and we're thinking down memory lane and all that. So, I get it. But here's where you guys have to stand your ground. Okay, here's that energy. Again, With the Ace of Swords and Seven of Wands, guys, this is very clear. The Ace of Swords, what it's really saying is, yes, there's something new that's coming into your life, but there's some bullshit. Some real bullshit that you have to cut out. All right, so keep the bullshit in the past, whatever that is, whether it was coming from you or whether it was coming from someone else. And you know what's so funny? When I took this deck out today, because I said I want to use 3 decks since I'm going to be doing a lot of readings, I have to keep cleansing them. I was thinking about this deck, and this deck has a card that no other decks do, but it's called Angel de la Nuit. So with this deck, I was thinking about, because for those of you that buy tarot decks, you know that, you know, some authors, they create their own cards and stuff like that. So we always have to learn their cards. So I was thinking about this card today, you know, the Angel of the Night in the reverse. And I'm just like, let me think about that in my head, because I haven't used this deck in a while. And I don't know why it was this card specifically that came out to me, but now it's coming up as your central card. So this is your central energy. So let's talk about this, guys. This is someone who's in a place where there could be, how do I want to say this? There could be an ending that's coming in soon with something that felt heavy, where it's like you felt like you were just kind of in the night for a while with the situation. Okay, because in the upright, it means you're being protected, and the shit that you were going through, you're about to get out of, and you're very blessed and you're being protected. In the reverse, it doesn't mean that you're not being protected or anything like that, but this means that whether it's you or whether it's someone around you, someone is putting off that blessing that's coming in. It's like something could be over, but there's something in this that's keeping it dragging, that's keeping it, you know, still there. So with this, you just really want to be honest with yourself that there's going to be some sort of turmoil in your life that does not need to be there. There's something that you can nip in the butt. So find out what that is. And it's the center of your reading. So this is something that is self-inflicted, okay? You have the 10 of Wands. It makes sense. A heavy burden. You feel like you're on fire with the situation. Okay. Oh my God, and what song is playing right now? Outrunning Karma. Check this out, guys. All right. This is kind of like perfect for the situation for some of you, so maybe you guys will relate to that. And you have the 9 of Cups, so it's such a 10, you know, not a 10, a catch-22 situation here, guys. You have the Devil card as well. The Devil will come to you as everything you've ever wanted. Okay, a lot of the times, yeah, we know what's toxic for us, but it will present itself most likely in a very delicious sort of way where you want to go towards whatever that is, okay? Whether it's drugs or a person or an environment, there's going to be something that kind of like draws you to it. So that's why you even get toxicity out of it, because you're dealing with it, okay? So it's something that draws you in that's not good for you, where there's just a lot of burden that you're legit putting off how happy you can be in a situation. So I feel like someone's kind of just digging a grave for themselves at this point, okay? And we have the 5 of Swords as your next card for the present moment. This is fighting, this is arguing, but with the 5 of Swords, in other decks, you'll usually see you know, a guy standing with his sword in the air, and then in the background you'll see 2 guys who look like, damn, you know, like they lost out, and they're kind of walking away from what seems like a battle. So that can have 2 sides to it. Are you coming through that conflict strong? Are you standing with your sword in the air saying, fuck yeah, I did that, you still want to go, I got this? Or are you the person who would be in the background who's kind of like, nah, like this is just too much conflict, and you're moving away, and it's like you feel defeated by it, okay? But with the 5 of Swords, you can get through that conflict. Just keep that in mind. All right, we have the Empress card in the reverse, and we have the 8 of Swords. This is all mental, guys. Any sort of turmoil that's going to come, or that could come, because I feel like could all be avoidable, you just have to move away from whatever causes this anxiety. There's something that you're mentally just stuck on. This is someone who feels trapped. They feel like they can't move forward, but they can. No one's holding a gun to their head. All right, so what needs to be let go of? All right, where are there words being said that they're just not genuine? Okay, it's not going to be successful. 6 of Wands in the reverse, Fool card in the reverse. It's a bad idea. So you guys have to move away from whatever this is. Okay, so moving towards the future, Virgo, the first card that you guys have is the 7 of Cups. Where do I go? What do I do now? What's the next step? Is, the situation I was dealing with in my life, is this, a pure situation, or is it an illusion? Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. The illusion is that if you work on this, that's illusion. That's it. That's my sentence. Okay. There's something that a person could be trying to put effort in, whether it's your actual job, whether it's somebody else, whether it's just a family member that's a pain in the ass, but it's all an illusion, and you guys are going to walk away from this whether you want to or not. Okay. So I do see someone that just, takes their last look at something, keeps it moving. With the Four of Wands in the reverse, it's like you knew that it was unstable. Maybe you feel unstable as you're transitioning out of this, but let's see why this is here. We have the Hierophant, very powerful. We'll talk about that in a second. And you have the Six of Swords in the reverse. So guys, honestly, this is going to be something that's difficult, but it's ran its course. All right. With the Hierophant, this is my favorite card in the deck, and this is what I feel is the most powerful card in the deck, because whether it's in the upright or in the reverse, it's telling you that something should or should not be in your life. If you continue with this path of letting go of what's difficult for you, you become more in alignment with yourself, more in alignment with what you need to do, more in alignment with who you're meant to be. With whatever this was that was in your life, guys, you would have been here. The Hierophant in the reverse, where now you're being thrown off course. You're part of something that's unconventional for you, and you don't become that person that you were destined to be in this world. Nothing or no one is worth that. Okay, so really be real with yourself and what you allow in your life and what you just don't want in your life. All right, here's the last card that we have for the future. King of Swords in the reverse. So usually this is a card I dislike. I would say that this is my least favorite card in the deck, and it's funny how these two cards are coming out back to back, my favorite and my least favorite. But in this case, I don't think it's that bad, okay? Because most of the time, this could be someone who's very narcissistic, someone who's just awful, someone who's very malicious, someone who, says, how do I get what I want in this? And they don't give a fuck about who they need to walk over to do it. They don't care about who they hurt. It's just me, okay? But on another scale, this could also be someone who's been pushed, and they've been overlooked, and they haven't been appreciated, and they haven't been valued, and now they're saying, fuck you. And it's in a very, very strong way. And people are like, whoa, like, why are you coming off all crazy? Where's that coming from? And it's just like, no, I'm not going to take your shit anymore. I'm not going to take their shit anymore. I'm absolutely done. So this person can kind of look like an asshole sometimes, but sometimes we need to be that asshole. Okay, you can only hit a dog so many times before it starts, biting you back. So it's that sort of thing. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, too much of a crazy energy, guys, and the Five of Cups in the reverse. So the good thing is we bring death to the situation. There is healing that comes from the situation, but there's just too much recklessness here. Okay. Both of these cards, it's usually someone who's very smart, very intellectual, someone who's about their shit, but in the reverse, it's someone that's just not thinking. It's someone who's just running around like a chicken with their head cut off, okay, with no direction, and it's someone that can really get themselves in a lot of shit, okay? Guys, it's this very similar from your August mid-month reading, but whatever it is that's causing this stress for you, it's just, at this point, it's really just not worth it, okay? The High Priestess is back here. You know that. She looks like the Queen of Dragons. Khaleesi, I love you, bitch. But yeah, guys, you're in a place where you're going to be so good. Emotionally, you're going to be intact. Maybe some of you are dealing with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That kept coming up a lot in your in your August mid-month. But yeah, you guys are going to be good as long as you really just stand your ground with what you have to let go of. So the fact that you have your mid-month reading and the monthly reading to look at and compare, it's really clear to me. If I was reading a personal client, the advice that I would give them is, you don't have to deal with this shit for so long. You can just, cut it cold turkey. Sometimes a lot of people are afraid to get tarot readings because they're afraid of the truth that comes out. I don't want to look at it that way. I think that the truth is always a good thing. It's always good to be prepared. Even if you're hearing something devastating like, oh, this person is cheating on you, or oh, this person is planning on firing you, At least now you can get ready for that. You can mentally prepare for it. You can work on, the next step after that. So in this case, I really feel like there's a lot of turmoil that can be avoided if you just stand your ground. Okay. And again, that's kind of just the energy because this summer the energies were really wacky. There was a lot of retrogrades we were dealing with. A lot of people were in their feelings. I know I got hit so hard with a lot of stuff that was happening, and again, I just couldn't deal. I didn't want to deal with it. So I'm in a place right now, and so are a lot of people, where we're just purging, where everyone's taking a step back from the bullshit, and we're just, we're not doing it. And you guys have to keep in mind, if you've been part of something for a while that you feel needs to change, if you feel like you've been wanting something new, and this was what my daily energy on Instagram was about today, but how can you expect something new and good in your life if you're still entertaining something? Okay, so for example, let's say you're single, you're not tied down to anyone, and let's say that you talk to an ex sometimes when you get bored. Okay, or maybe you talk to them often because you're bored and it's just like, whatever, I'm single. Even though you don't want to go back to that, even though you want something else. Just that energy of you entertaining that, it holds back something new from coming in. So when you want something really new in your life, you have to really be honest with the universe. You have to teach the universe what you want. I was telling my friend this today because she's someone who really wants to get into singing, or not get into it, she wants to excel in it. And, she was looking for retail jobs. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, you're not supposed to be doing retail. You're supposed to be singing. So she's job hunting and all that. And I told her, I'm like, if you take one of those jobs, you're telling the universe that you want to work behind a counter for the rest of your life. Take the leap. You got to do it, guys. You got to take risks. You're not going to get what you want if you're still holding on to what you don't want anymore, or what's not working anymore. Okay. So moving on, it may be painful, but if you hold on, you're just prolonging it. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands here, so this could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or someone that just, they're very passionate about something that they're into or something that they're doing. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups, Page of Wands in the reverse, Emperor in the reverse. Whether this is a person, guys, whether it's a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, where there's just a lot of passion and there's emotions just all over the place, something's just not genuine. Someone's just talking a crap load of shit. That's what it comes down to. Someone's being fake, someone's being dishonest. You have to move past it. It's a bad idea, don't do it. Okay, very, very clear. I'll clarify this to see if the message expands at all, but this is clear as day, Virgo. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. Ooh, the Wheel card. Ten of Cups in the reverse. Empress in the reverse, okay? This isn't meant for you guys. Knight of Swords in the reverse, it's reckless. So what it's saying that, yes, you're going to let this go because it's not authentic for you. It's not authentic for somebody else. And yes, this could cause a lot of unhappiness on your part, on someone else's part, on both of your parts collectively. But it's the best choice to make. The path where you're not fighting no more. That's where you get the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? That's where life takes a very positive turn for you. So you guys really just have to be very honest. So I feel compelled to read something to you guys. I know I do daily energies every day. I used to do it on High Vibrations 44. I'm doing it on High Vibrations Tarot right now. But I did the daily energy, and then just for myself, I wanted to write in my diary of what I took personally from the daily energy, and it really just has to do with what's going on. So I did this today. It is the 28th, I believe, of August. So this is what I wrote, guys, and I feel like it really has a lot to do with the energy that you're dealing with. So here we go. So Wednesday, August 28th. It's genuinely a time for a good and strong new chapter, regardless of any emotions. It's happening and out of your control. The universe is strongly pushing you into a new phase. This isn't a bad thing at all. The only thing making you worry or panic in any way is your fear of letting go. It's not even like you're genuinely attached to anything in the present moment. It's more so truly taking on, when you're truly taking on, I did a typo here or misspelled, when you're truly taking on the unknown and having faith that everything will pan out. Letting your current life go means anything is game, and that stability may waver at times, and that can be terrifying. But you know what's even more terrifying? Never having taken that leap, and never knowing who you could have been who you could have influenced, who you could have loved. Take the leap. Allow yourself to purge and let it go. It is time. Okay, I posted this on my story if you guys can catch it within the next 24 hours. But yeah, that's just the type of stuff that I kind of want to get into now that I'm going to be freeing up my schedule when I'm done with these personal readings. But Virgo, it's clear. Something is just, it's done. It's ran its course. You guys got to let it go. So, again, guys, you have my Instagrams. If you guys do want to get a reading, I'm closing it out the last day of August at midnight. The option to purchase a reading is coming down. So again, guys, I say this with love. A big part of the reason why, I'm quitting personal readings is because I just got a lot of shit from a lot of people when I was going through a really hard time. And it honestly got me angry because I give and give and give and give and give. And the one time I just needed to retreat and kind of cry and just heal and just deal with myself, I had people just on my ass, and it was disheartening, and I never want to experience that again. So, I don't need to do it. It's something I was doing to service the world, but now it's time for a new chapter. So if you guys do get a reading, if you need it very, very quickly, get an emergency reading. Okay, it's $25 more than the regular one. If you guys are patient and you're chill and you're saying Lissette is dope as fuck, and I just want to get read by her, and I don't care how long it takes, I know she will get to me, then go ahead and get it. If you find yourself to be an anxious person that's gonna wanna email me every day, we're not gonna get along too well, okay? So just don't do that. So yeah, we're gonna keep it at that. So August 31st, guys, no more readings available. So get your readings now, let your friends and family know. And after that, yeah, it's gonna be y'all who have to support me, So just with donations to the channel and just the content that I'm gonna put out, I'm just excited. I'm excited for all signs getting a lot more content. So yeah, within the next month or two, I should be completely caught up in there. So we're gonna do that. And again, guys, do keep in mind, I am just one person and there's hundreds of you coming in now that it is, closing time for Lissette. So just please, please, please keep that in mind, and keep in mind how taxing, doing readings can be. But Virgo, I love you guys. Happy birthday. Take a shot of tequila for me. And guys, when you do donate to the channel, I actually do send you, I don't have the book near me, I usually do, but I do send you a page out of a birthday books page. So after you send that donation, just email me and let me know your birthday. I don't need the year, just give me the month and the day, and then I'll send you your page. All right? I love you, Virgo. Take care.